So while Sarah's setting this up, what's the first Greek word at the top of this page? Oh, great. There it is. And I didn't have a heading for this, because if I had a heading, it would have spread over into 2 pages.
Ate.
Yes, ate. And that should be, I got these, these are from your core vocabulary. Anyone remember what that means?
Fate? No.
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 I think there's some other...
Derangement.
Sort of madness, foolish behavior, and then also punishment for the foolish behavior.
Right.
So this very important word in Homer. I'm not going to look at all of these, but the second one down, and I had to mention this. I'm not actually sure if this is in the core vocab, but this says BA, which we know well, right? What does BA mean?
Force.
Force. And then in parentheses I say Bia outside Homer.
Right.
Because if we were learning Attic Greek or Greek in Plato, we would have learnt it as Bia. So this is just a little reminder, if you wanted to be reminded, that there's multiple dialects of Greek, and Homeric Greek is a different dialect or different dialect than Athenian Greek. And it doesn't show up lots and lots of the time, but it does show up in some of the vocabulary. The fourth word down, could you just highlight that one?
Look at that.
Yeah, we used this yesterday, and I made a typo yesterday when I was writing this word. Can you see what I left out? Unforgivable mistake, yes. So I'll be fired after this class, but I left out the iota subscript part. Well, I don't want to make excuses. You still pronounce it ode, unless if you're Greg, you would say something like oide. You would put the little iota in there, which is how they used to be pronounced centuries and centuries ago. So all that to say, I'd left that out. Apologies. Yes, question.
So whenever you see the iota subscript, because I've only before this seen it at the end.
Right.
So the iota used to be following that particular letter.
It used to be pronounced after that particular letter, yes. And then it started to get weaker and weaker, and it started to get put under the vowel, and then eventually it stopped being pronounced at all. So, yeah. Let's just have folks read these words out loud. So, Helen, what's the next word down? Do you want to say it?
Ora.
Look at the rough breathing.
Hora.
Hora, right. And I think you remember that from your core vocab. Jackie, how about the next one down?
Time.
Good. Time. Do anyone remember what that one means?
Yeah.
Honor, yes. Hora, I didn't ask for the meaning. What does hora mean?
The hours. The
hour or the season.
Time, the season.
Yes, big word.
Yeah.
Yes, now the next one down, now Janet, you can mouth it for us. Yes, I can tell she said it right. Agore. Agore. Now, we all know agora because that's how it's used in Attic Greek, but in Homer it's agore, and it's even in Book 1 of the Iliad. So the what does it mean? The meeting place, the place where people get together to talk.
Yeah.
And there's one of them right at the beginning of the Iliad, right? Okay, Sarah, how about the next word?
Ainos.
Good. Do you know what that means?
Oh, it's one of those words. I think there's two very similar words, and I always get them mixed up.
Yes. Well, the main one.
I've forgotten which one this is. One of them is a saying that has a different meaning, and I think this is the other one.
Well, no, I meant this to be the one that's the saying, the special saying with maybe a coded meaning.
I bet you're thinking of Ainos and Muthos.
Yeah.
What's that?
I think she's thinking about the difference between Ainos and Muthos.
Okay. I mean, whenever you're asked to give a one-word definition of a word, it's obviously oversimplifying it. So that's why I love the way that Greg really gets into the meanings of the words and kind of fleshes them out. Okay, the next one, Helen.
Oh, so what does it mean? Sorry.
So I think a saying, a proverbial saying. Yeah. There's other meanings too, but let's go with that.
Yeah.
Helen, how about the next one?
Aethlos.
Yes. And outside Homer, it's
Atlas.
yes. So in Homer, it's ethlos, 3 syllables, ethlos, and then later on, it just becomes athlos. What happens is that the 2 first vowels kind of contract together to make a long vowel. But it means the same thing more or less. Helen, what does it mean?
Well, I don't know. Oh, athlete, but I don't know. Athlete?
A contest.
No, I don't know. The contest. Oh, yeah. Okay. The word athlete comes from it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the athletes comes from that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And then Jackie, how about the next one? Now we've got anang. The first 4 letters are anang, and then we've got the k.
So when the gamma comes before the kappa,
right.
It is the gamma that has the ng, but then you pronounce the kappa too?
Yes, that's exactly right.
Okay,
yes.
Okay. Nang Kaye.
Anankaye.
Anankaye.
Good. And
no idea.
Outside Homer, Ananke.
Ananke.
I think this is in the core vocab, or maybe it isn't, I'm not sure, but necessity. I think we talked about this word necessity. Again, so these are 4 examples of words that are different in Homer than they are in the rest of Greek. Slightly different. They're still recognizable. Let's do one more, and then we'll move on. So, Janet, we'll lip read Janet saying this one. I think she said Aristos.
Yeah.
Good. So, do you know what that one means? Aristos. Aristocracy.
Yeah.
The best. The best. So Gregnage, one of his first books was called The Best of the Achaeans.
Right.
And it's taken from a phrase that's used in Homer, Aristos, achaion.
Yeah.
So the aristocracy is the rule of the best, whatever that means. A little bit ambiguous.